What happens when American car companies decide to throw logic out of the window? You get some of the strangest, funniest, and downright weirdest cars ever built. From three-wheel oddballs to luxury cars that secretly wanted to be spaceships. Today we're counting down the top 10 weirdest American cars ever made. Buckle up. It's going to be a bizarre ride. We start with the Vanguard CitiCar, America's first attempt at a mass-market electric car. It looked more like a wedge-shaped golf cart than a real car. Powered by just a 3.5 horsepower electric motor, it could barely crawl to 30 miles per hour. Built during the 1970s oil crisis, the CitiCar proved America was thinking about EVs way before Tesla, but it ended up being more of a toy than transportation. Next up, the AMC Pacer, nicknamed the Flying Fishbowl. Why? Because it had gigantic wraparound windows that made you feel like you were driving an aquarium. Even stranger, one door was longer than the other for better backseat access. It was bold, futuristic, and very, very weird. At number 8, the infamous Pontiac Aztek. Critics called it one of the ugliest cars ever made, with plastic body cladding and awkward proportions. Yet today it has a cult following thanks in part to Breaking Bad. Walter White's ride may have been ugly, but it's unforgettable. Sliding in at number 7 is the Davis Divan, a three-wheeled car built by a used car salesman. The idea was simple: save money by ditching the fourth wheel. Only 13 were ever made, and most never even worked properly. Still, this rolling triangle has become a collector's gem. At 6, we've got something straight out of science fiction. The Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor. A futuristic prototype with a mid-mounted engine, twin turbos, and sleek wedge design. It was never mass-produced, but it became a Hollywood star in the cult movie The Wraith. Proof that weird can be very, very cool. Number 5, the Muntz Jet. Created by Earl Madman Muntz, this was part luxury car, part experiment. With fiberglass body panels, huge V8 engines, and crazy styling, it was decades ahead of its time. Sadly, it was too expensive to build and sold fewer than 400 units. But today, they're worth a fortune. At 4, we have the elegant yet strange Kaiser Darren. Sure, it looked like a classic sports car, but here's the twist: the doors didn't open outwards. Instead, they slid into the fenders. Only 435 were ever built, making it one of the weirdest and rarest roadsters in American history. Number 3, the Chevrolet SSR. Was it a convertible? Was it a pickup? Was it a hot rod? Chevy said, "Why not all 3? The SSR looked like a retro cartoon truck, but under the hood was a Corvette V8. Fun, fast, and completely confusing. Coming in at number 2 is the Chevrolet Corvair rampside pickup. This truck had its engine in the rear and a side ramp to load cargo. It sounded clever, but in reality it was awkward and impractical. Still, it remains one of the strangest trucks America ever built. And finally, the weirdest of them all, the GM Futurliner. Imagine a 20-foot tall bus, built in the 1940s, styled like a spaceship. These were created for General Motors' Parade of Progress, traveling around the country to showcase futuristic technology. With just 12 made, they're now worth millions at auction. Truly the king of American weirdness. So there you have it, 10 of the weirdest American cars ever made. Which one blew your mind the most? The fishbowl AMC Pacer? The triangle-shaped Davis Divan? Or the futuristic GM Futurliner? Drop your pick in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more rare cars, classic rides, and automotive oddities.